My grandmother, she was a wise woman and she was loved by all of us. And I could remember those days when we were kids at night. She would gather us around the fire in the moonlight and she would tell us stories and teach us basic prayers of the church. Most of the prayers that we learned at that early age, we learned from her. The Our Father, the Hail Mary, the Jesus I Love You, and those of them that we long like the creed, she would break them down. By the time you learn them in parts, you put them together, you've got it, you've learned the prayer. And the most important thing about the stories that she was telling us was that those stories were laden with moral values. She taught us a lot. And I don't know what's happening these days, but it seems that mothers do not really have time for their kids the way they used to have time for us when we were kids. And it is appalling because human beings, the way they've been created, they learn from the elderly ones. And when we do not have time to teach our children the values that we have come to realize in life, then there will be a problem in the society. I was going through a book, Pure Desire, that's the name of the book, and there was this story about a little kid who was going to school, and on his way to school, he found a wallet. So he took it to the teacher, I guess I can't really remember the story exactly, and to all the people who were elders, people that he thought would advise him on exactly what to do, you know. And at the end of the day, what they were trying to tell the little boy was to follow his heart. If you don't help from the conscience of the little ones, what will they know? What do they know about values? What do they know about right and wrong? What do they know about life? In the part of the world where I come from, it is said that the child is not owned only by the parents, the biological parents, that any elder in the society helps from a child. Therefore, the child belongs to everybody in the society. And that is why the child has to respect everybody in the society who is an elder, because they are your parents. And for that reason, every elderly person has the duty to train a child. They have lived, they have seen things, they have done things, things have done them. They've been through the thick and thin of life and they know what they should advise the younger ones to do. We shouldn't just allow them to discover life on their own and live on their own terms. It doesn't work like that. I'm not now trying to say that we should live other people's lives. I'm not trying to say that we should control their lives, but I'm trying to say that we should help teach the young ones what they should know and lead them in the right way. Traditions are handed down. Kids are not allowed to learn traditions on their own, but people hand over traditions and they learn and they pass these things on to the next generation. We have values and we need to protect them. Let us not, because of the technological advancements, the so-called civilization and modernization that has brought in so much indifference to our lives, that is not the way we should live. That is not the way we should live. That's not who we are. We have values that we protect and that we transmit to other people, to transmit to the generation after them. And when we see somebody going wrong, let us not feel like it is not our life. Like, let them live the way they want to live. We should be able to guide other people that we can guide. We should be able to shed the light for other people. We should be able to hold the lamp for other people. We should be able to point to them the right direction in life so that they do not fall into the ditch. So I'm grateful to Grandma and Grandpa, God rest their souls, that really taught us values when we were young, and I hope that parents today would see that as the main duty they have as parents, to teach their children the way that they should go. We all have religion, most of us have religion, and if you do, it is your duty as an elder, as a parent, as a human being, to let others in your own faith understand the rubrics of your faith. And when we see people going wrong, we should tell them. If there are older than us that we cannot tell them, then we talk to people that they listen to talk to them. Their friends, their parents, their family, whoever. And let us pray for them. Let us learn above all not to judge. It is one of the things that my grandma taught me, and I will talk about it probably in the next edition of Studio Timeout. So this is UC saying, have a peaceful day. God bless you.